the smell of fresh rice cooking, and the noise of chickens clucking in the background. It would make you think we were soaking in the views of the mountains and the rice paddies. Instead, mufflers could be heard for blocks, and buzzing from the power lines in the distance. For many of us, we grew up in these same neighborhoods we patrol today. If you ask us why we became police officers, many will tell you the same thing. We want to help our community to be a safer place.
Advice. Okay. Earl. And you're going to stop it. Northbound Earl.
It has to begin somewhere. Some are born to be engineers, doctors, or lawyers. But us, we were born to be police officers.
I became a police officer because I grew up, I live in the projects, and I have a lot of mentors who are from the law enforcement field and from the military field. And growing up with them mentoring me, I realized that this was something that I wanted to do. Was what they're doing with me was being a mentor.
The reason why I wanted to become a police officer is when I was younger, about 8, 7 years old, I had an uncle who worked for St. Paul Police Department. He was a community liaison officer. I had a brother who was always in trouble. He was a gangbanger, but he would always come to our house, check up on my brother, make sure he's home. He was basically watching my brother. And I noticed that he was able to change my brother's life around, just being a CLO and a person in uniform. And ever since then, I wanted to become a police officer just to return a favor, because if he can change people's lives, I can probably do that too. And I do that on an everyday basis now, working downtown St. Paul as a transit officer.
Our mission statement is to build a stronger relationship between law enforcement and the Asian community, and to also help educate and promote our student members into officers.
The Minnesota Asian Peace Officers Association started with 4 individuals, myself, Feng Chong, Meng Lee, Charles Lee. The 4 of us got together and looked at how we can help provide guidance, provide mentorship, provide some type of connection with young officers who came through the police academy, not understanding fully how the job was going to affect them in their lives.
When I first graduated from high school or college, I knew a couple members who were inside the association already. And I had a friend who finished skills with me at college, and he told me, hey, let's go to a picnic, MNAPOA picnic. And when we went there, I noticed there was multiple people who I knew who were already police officers, which were my cousins, and then other officers in there that I see daily on the streets. Other officers were also role-playing at my schools. So I heard about MNAPOA. I got involved in MNAPOA in the year of 2014, and fresh off of school. I became a student member ever since, and then I started getting more involved in the association, and I believe the association, I have a strong feeling that association got me to where I'm at today.
The MNAPOA Glow of Hope Christmas gift giving event is a Christmas event where we go out into the community and we select 3 members or 3 families from the communities in which we can sponsor. And it started back when the association first started, where a lot of the primarily a lot of the founding fathers, they realized that a lot of the community members in which they are serving, a lot of the Asian members, they're going through a lot of hardship, and it reminded them of themselves and their families when they first came to America. And they remember one specific family where she was a domestic violence victim, and she was starting new with her family, and they had nothing in their house. They have no tables, no beds, no furnitures, and they felt like there was something they can do more than just going to her house to take a report. There was something more that they can do to give back to her, to make her life a little easier, to make her Christmas more merrier. So they have came up with this idea of, hey, why don't we, during the Christmas event, provide her basic needs such as furniture, food, money, anything that she needs to make her life a little bit easier. And once they sponsor that family, they realized this was something that was really rewarding, and this was something that they wanted to continue to do every year, and that's what started the Glow of Hopes event.
People should consider donating to the Minnesota Asian Peace Officer Association, because we need that funding to give back to our community. All 100% of the funding that comes in goes right back out to improve our relationship building, the educational campaign that we do with our community partners, our community residents, to officers having the ability to be trained in a different capacity, so they can improve their knowledge, so they can grow within the police department a little bit better, to give back to our community too, when they are back out there serving the community.
With the sun peeking through the frozen sky, we light the incense sticks, wear our traditional clothing, and pray with our families. We are a continuously evolving, diverse community, and we will keep building trust with new ones. As the sun settles beyond the city skyline, we will keep our city safe, and we will continue to work for our community.